Hey guys, Tower Climber here, and today I'm bringing you guys another Tower God Explained video. And in this video we will cover the journey of power of the main character, the 25th bomb, throughout the story, and see how he actually ranks in the general scale of the tower, even if his actual rank is lower. Since, as many of you know, the ranks of regulars are not determined by power, but how far you are in your journey to the top of the tower. But in general, we will see how bomb would stack up in comparison to the tower's ranks at each major point of his development. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. In the beginning of the story, Bomb was very weak, lacking any particular skills apart from his determination and courage cultivated during the years trapped inside a cave that he learned from Rachel. Bomb just himself does have some innate abilities right off the bat, such as his complete resistance to spells and his super high resistance to Shinsu, which was the best among the rest of the regulars on the second floor, as seen when Bomb literally didn't react to Leroro's Shinsu that even pushed back someone like Enoch, who was at the time the strongest regular, and even when he was able to walk around just fine in the Shinsu pressure from the 20th floor during Head-On's first test. He does have some weapons, and those are his cleaver that he wielded when he first entered the tower itself, and then the Black March, which he of course received from Yuri Jihad, which to be honest by itself couldn't do much to amp up Bomb's strength other than him now having an item that wouldn't break so easily on him. But since the Black March is an ignition weapon, if he can convince the Black March to ignite, then he is strong enough to generate power strong enough to push back a white steel eel, and also freeze time in localized areas, which is very impressive. Honestly, I would put beginning of part 1 Bomb at low F rank. He is one of the weakest characters we know of, and is only really saved in the story by his friends Kun and Rak and his highly ranked weapon that he has. But even then, the Black March doesn't get involved too much in the story at this point. If he could control the Black March perfectly, then I would put him a bit higher, but since he can't, this will be his rank for now. During the latter portion of the second floor, Bomb was revealed to have an extraordinary latent talent that aligned very well with the dangerous reputation of an irregular. Bomb has a supernatural proficiency in controlling Shinsu, unlike most regulars. During his time on the second floor, he impressed many people. He was able to create a bong from Shinsu in 2 weeks, where Ren said it took him 2 years and people still called him a genius for it. Later on, he even instinctually mastered Quan's reverse Shinsu control skill and executed it flawlessly. This is due in part to Bomb's ability to basically copy any attack he has been hit with. In the anime, it is shown that he can both use a bang of Shinsu and reverse flow control at the same time, but this is never actually showcased in the manga, where he has to use either one or the other. Either way, this prowess led to the shocked Quan to consider Bomb a monster, with Ren even viewing him as a promising candidate for the Royal Enforcement Division if he were to ascend to ranker status. Bomb, being a super quick learner, also trains in hand-to-hand combat with Endorsi, the actual strongest regular at the time, who is a full-on princess of Jihad and was able to dodge a punch from her during their final bouts. But of course, Endorsi was playing around with him and also took him down in the next panel, but this is still an impressive show of growth even in part 1 alone. I place this Bomb, after all his training during the second floor, at the top 10 of F rank, alongside characters such as Hots, Kun, and Rak at the time. I do believe these characters can still beat Bomb if they were to fight one-on-one, but that is due to their overall better skills and IQ over the young irregular, not fully based on just outclassing him in power like earlier. By the end of part 1, Bomb has grown formidably enough to even dispatch the bull with a single blow of Shinsu, a feat unattainable even by Anak Jihad and Endorsi Jihad. However, it was later implied that the water in the test tank possessed Shinsu enhancing properties, significantly enhancing Bomb's power. I would place this powered up Bomb at the top of F rank, to be honest, as he was able to defeat the bull, who Shibisu said could have taken out all of the regulars on on the second floor combined, and only Enoch and Dorsey were confident and able to actually contend with it. At the start of season 2 by the 20th floor, after years of training under Fug's control with masters like Jin Sang Ha and Yu Han Sung, Bomb refined his potential and became so adept in combat that others were beginning to fear his strength and avoid him completely. Bomb at this point of his journey is declared a monster even by rankers such as Love, someone who Bomb was able to put up a considerable fight against, with Love of course suppressing his power not to kill the regular in front of him. But still, battling with a ranker at any capacity is still super impressive for any regular. He entirely overpowered all of the regulars on the 20th floor and has accomplished many feats that are far above the capabilities of an average E-rank regular. Such feats include handling a 2-on-1 battle against Arcraptor and Horiang at the same time, which later Arcraptor mentions Bomb to be the strongest regular on the testing grounds, which again is just proven true from all his feats that he has. And at this point, after the experimentation that was done to him by the workshop, he is even a living ignition weapon as well that can summon an exoskeleton to heal his wounds if he needs it to. By far the most impressive thing Bomb has done around this time was that he was able to inflict a single injury on a massively holding back Jurg Mazzino, impressing the champion of the tower so much that he ordered Bomb to be observed. At this point, his skills are the standard ones he had before, like Shinsu control and reverse flow control, just greatly amplified from his years of training. But now he has two new major skills that are the blue ore that makes him able to fly around and increase his speed, and his strongest move now being the floral butterfly piercing technique, which is a move that internally messes up the opponent's Shinsu and more or less causes a massive explosion of power. After an amazing performance by our main character, I will have to give him a top 10 E rank position. This is due to the E rank being the rank that we know the most about when it comes to the actual tower ranks, where the strongest are actually listed for us, and this puts Bomb on the level of the strongest E rank regulars as soon as he officially became the rank. By the time of the workshop battle on the 30th floor, Bomb not only now shows the ability to control 5 banks of Shinsu at once, but also has another basically 1-on-2 fight against Novik and Ran, both of whom were at the top 10 E rank regulars at the time, with his only help in the battle being Shia, who while strong is not even at the level of any of these fighters. Bomb also showcases the ability in this fight to be able to control lighthouses, to make a barrier, and later on has another 2-on-1 battle against Shibisu's team members Vespa and Amigo Chaz, regardless of his inability to use Shinsu at the time. But of course without Shinsu he was getting overwhelmed and had to use the fake thorn's power to make himself physically stronger. Bomb's notoriety during this time has risen to the point where he is being compared to the Jihad princesses in terms of raw power and ability, and this is again shown to be true, as him and Dorsey at this point in time are shown to be pretty equal all things considered. I would place this Bomb as the strongest of E rank alongside Dorsey and Varagov. I personally honestly think that base Bomb is losing to both Varagov and Dorsey if they have the Bong Bong and the Blood Tamara, but of course Bomb can just always pull out the fake thorn for a power up and then win. So overall this Bomb with the fake thorn activated should be the strongest E rank regular in my opinion. But we aren't finished talking about workshop battle Bomb just yet, because we need to talk about how strong Bomb becomes with the actual real thorn. Now I hear a lot of people say that he is stronger than a B rank regular because of Reflejo's statement when he was in his shadow form, and while I do believe Reflejo's statement to be true, there is a lot more context that people leave out. Firstly, Bomb literally countered Reflejo's whole gimmick, since the thorn can manipulate Shinsu to such a point that he can freeze and attack shadows. Plus, Bomb was still getting help from Kun and Rack, and the whole point of this shadow form Reflejo has taken is that while he does get a lot stronger, his defenses get a lot weaker because he doesn't have an actual physical body anymore. This is actually how they were able to win against him, with Kun teleporting the Mad Shocker to take out Reflejo's footing and make it so he couldn't avoid Bomb's strike, that with of course the power of the thorn could actually damage him. I personally say that this Bomb with the thorn activated is D rank level. He is stronger, yes, but even Hua Yun told Bomb that if he went to the Hell Train as he is now, he would get destroyed, and so he can be placed on a level of the top D ranks. Yet, as we also are literally aware that Bomb trained a lot before going to the Hell Train because of this fact. Now, as a disclaimer, for the rest of the video, unless Bomb gets a new move that changes his fighting style, I will not be separating the base form of Bomb and his transformations. It should be obvious that they just make him a lot stronger, so I will be putting the ranks for both of them up on the screen and explaining them at the same time. Now, getting into Bomb during the Revolution Road arc, he has at this point been training for years, going around dojos all over the tower and literally getting his ass kicked so he can copy their moves. With this and Jin Sung's martial arts training, it shouldn't be weird to say that Bomb is one of the best martial artists in the whole tower. He was able to fight pretty evenly with Daniel Hatchet in base form. Daniel is a top D rank regular and can fight a top 3 D rank regular like Sachi Faker. Although Sachi didn't take out his spell during that fight. When he activates the thorn, he is able to copy Daniel's move and use it to blow back Angel's metal fish. After meeting Rachel again and becoming enraged, he loses control of the thorn and gets even stronger, one-shotting Daniel and even breaking his legs in the process. He also fights the Mad Dog Balsar Elliot pretty evenly, and his power just keeps growing more and more during their fight. This Bomb has become a real threat. In base, he is most likely in the top 10 D ranks. In his regular Thorn mode, he is probably at the top of D rank level, and in Rage Bomb is probably when he starts getting into the C rank levels of power, outclassing really all the normal D ranks at this point. After this fight occurs, Bomb starts to keep passing out and having fevers. Every time he wakes up, he seems to grow a little stronger during the tests he takes part in. On his second time trying to get on the Hell Train, he meets Joaquin, a regular from the REA family that is way stronger than your average or even top tier D ranks, as people like Daniel, Boilsar, and Angel are scared of him, and he takes out a monster on the Hell Train by himself while all of Rachel's squad had to team up to win against one. Bomb in this fight is ultimately outclassed, but is still doing a pretty good job all things considered, and this fight is interrupted before we saw the ending, but I honestly don't think Bomb would have won that fight, but his performance was good enough for me to put his base form probably now at the top of D rank and his regular Thorn form in C rank, so he is getting stronger at a good decent pace. This pace, while good, would not be enough if Bomb wants to fight off Joaquin, who is now in search of his siblings on the Hell Train for him to absorb their souls and become the Slayer White once again. So at this point, Bomb meets the God Guardian on the Hell Train, a being so powerful that Bomb compares him somewhat to Urik's Pressure when he meets him, and is someone who trained Jihad and the Tengrid families during their climb. The God of Guardians trains irregulars with a process known as Revolution. I go into detail on it and all of Bomb's main powers in this video, so go check it out if you're interested in Bomb's actual power, as this video is really just the progression of his power. So after Bomb finds out more about himself inside of the rice pot, and of course he gets a lot stronger. When using his thorn, he was able to completely destroy the Hell in a Cage technique of Boilsar Elliot and basically one-shot him after Boilsar powered up even more. He later fights Joaquin, who has absorbed 3 of his siblings now and has become a lot stronger, although even with the thorn and his training, Bomb is not stronger than this Joaquin and is not able to keep his stamina while Joaquin is not even breaking a sweat. Later on, Bomb's anger at Joaquin's treatment towards the people that should be his comrade makes Bomb a lot stronger, and he is able to fight Joaquin much more evenly, but even this is still not enough, as Joaquin with a Maelstrom attack was going to kill off Bomb if Albelda didn't interfere. I would say this Bomb is really strong, but because of his performance against Joaquin, I would put him at the top of C rank or low B rank at full power. But worry not, Bomb has still one more power up during this arc, and that is when Albelda granted Bomb a lot of the souls that White had consumed over his lifetime. With this power up, Bomb was able to beat Joaquin in a very short amount of time. While to Joaquin's credit, he did keep up pace with this bomb for a bit. Bomb during this fight was actually able to deck him in the face and overpower his swordsmanship with his own soul sword. This bomb is one of the strongest regulars that we have ever seen, and I am even tempted to put him on A rank level, but since we actually don't know for how long he can keep this state activated, I will give him the top of B rank. For the next arc, which is the Name Hunt Station, there's actually not much to talk about since his main opponent is Kaiser, one of the top 3 D rank regulars and a Jihad princess candidate that was able to rule over the Name Hunt Station for 1,000 years. But both Bomb and Endorsi comment that while Kaiser is very strong, she doesn't feel like a foe that they couldn't beat. And they were fully right, as Bomb beat Kaiser fair and square, and Endorsi could have beaten her if she didn't let her guard down during their first fight. Kun even mentioned that Kaiser, while super strong, didn't feel as dangerous as Joaquin, and so I would say that Kaiser, Bomb, and Endorsi should be low B rank like how Bomb was when he wasn't aided by the souls versus Joaquin. Now I'm going to rank both Floor of Death Bomb and Start of Hidden Floor Bomb as the same, since the differences really are too small to mention. The most dangerous thing about this bomb is that now he has a brand new power, the Shinsu Black Hole Sphere. I have mentioned this feat before on my channel, but Bomb was able to, after he just learned this power, he was able to slowly dissipate Karaka's Shinsu, someone who can put up a fight with a full power Endorsi Jihad and is able to block her punches with his Shinsu orbs. This move alone takes Bomb into a whole new level of power, but I wouldn't say that he is at ranker level just yet, and that is because he can't use this power for more than a few bangs at a time. So while it is broken, his limited amount of time that he can use it, and the fact that his physical actual body isn't at ranker level, I will put him at A rank level for now. I will also cover End of Hidden Floor Bomb and Last Station Bomb at the same time. At this point, Bomb finally began to display the extent of his true dangerous potential during the events on the Hidden Floor. While initially Bomb was deemed to be weak compared to the other regulars before him, as during this point of their climb, Yurik and Jihad were at the same level or stronger than rankers. Bomb, while growing really fast, didn't match these people's power until after his just 1 month of training with the data version of Kun Edwan. Bomb became strong enough to hold his own against and pressure the data version of Jihad to ultimately stalemate him via unlocking his new revolution mode, where he is now able to use all his powers at once. Bomb also learns about his Shinsu shape during this arc, which is his Shinsu orbs, a power that comes in super handy and can maximize his Shinsu to an insane degree, and he can use to combine with his other powers for easier uses like his Shinsu Black Hole Sphere. He was able to impress Data Jihad so much that he believed Bomb was capable of threatening his outside self in the future. During the last station, after using all of his power and Black March to stabilize his power to make them last longer, Bomb was able to pressure 2 rankers, Charlie and the Vice Alter Director, into a defensive state, and Charlie even claimed that he was capable of killing them both if his attacks landed. And Bomb's greatest feat at this point was that he was slightly able to damage Colivan, a squadron commander that is known for his durability after he activated the second Thorn, which has the ability to distort space. This feat impressed Evankel, a top 60 ranker at the time, to where she decided to take him under her wing and believe he has the potential to grow much stronger under her. This is the point of the story where Bomb finally gets into the levels of rankers, and from the feats he pulls off, I believed he is at advanced ranker level, and most likely at the borderline of high ranker level, but I feel more confident in saying that he is advanced ranker level, but has attacks that could damage high rankers if they choose not to block or dodge them for whatever reason. Keep in mind that this is only while Bomb is actually using his full power forms. As we fully saw, when he wasn't using this, Bomb quickly lost to a ranker in Charlie, so a Bomb that is holding back his full power is still most likely A rank or low ranker level at most. After 2 years of intensive training under Evankel and various masters, as well as experiencing numerous battlefields, Bomb has grown tremendously stronger. Not only has he exponentially increased his overall power, but he has also increased a great deal of battle experience that significantly improved his prowess. He is now fully capable of overpowering even the strongest of regulars and has shown growth strong enough to fight and defeat rankers without relying on the Thorn. SIU has noted that he is the only regular capable of achieving such a feat, thus making him the strongest regular in present time. Gato, who is a high ranker, deciding to deal with Bomb himself, and Doom going so far as to offer to make him a high-ranking canine person. Bomb has even grown powerful enough to fight against a high ranker, unlocking transformation powers from Doom and holding his own against Gato to block his attacks and injure him with his own partial transformation, something Gato thought ordinary rankers incapable of. Before using the Thorn and leaving Gato astonished and wary of Bomb's power, swiftly after Gato was pinned down, he was able to cut off Gato's leg after hitting its weak spot. Bomb performed a historical feat in the tower by having an official victory over a ranker by defeating the test ranker Pan in an official one-on-one combat without resorting to any of his powerful techniques or transformations. This remarkable feat earned him great acclaim in the tower, as besting a ranker as a C rank regular established him as even more gifted than Adori Jihad, as Adori is the only other person to officially beat a ranker in single combat. At this point, after Evankel's teaching, Bomb is a beast, before not being able to last a second with a ranker in base form, but now he has defeated many, all of his skills having increased greatly, and now he has also the Shinsu loops, which makes him able to use an almost infinite amount of Shinsu, and the Red Tharissa transformation. I will say that this Bomb in base with just the Shinsu is ranker level, and Bomb with the Red Tharissa activated is advanced ranker level, since he even said himself that he couldn't beat Gato on his own, and when he actually activates the Thorn, I believe that he becomes high ranker level, being able to cut off Gato's leg. As Bomb concluded his training and embarked on the mission to rescue his master at the nest, Bomb finally showcased his remarkable growth. In a rematch against Charlie, he swiftly overwhelmed his opponent with minimal effort, shattering Charlie's needle and forcing him into a defensive stance. Bomb even regarded the encounter as merely a good warm-up, indicating his lack of seriousness in the fight itself. Jihad's army observed Bomb's impressive skills for a regular, with Charlie acknowledging his considerable advancement in terms of skills. Charlie even remarked that Bomb wasn't even utilizing a tenth of his true power, suggesting that at full power, Bomb could hypothetically match the strength of at least 10 rankers of Charlie's caliber. Huayu remarked on Bomb's immense potential, surpassing that of every ranker in Jihad's army who witnessed the battle. She likened the scenario to a group of shrimps facing off against a giant shark, emphasizing the vast disparity in power. When Bomb finally used his revolution mode alongside Karaka, when they combined their strength to confront Colovan again, they managed to hold their own against a formidable opponent. Notably, Bomb inflicted damage on Colovan using both his Shinsu Black Hole Sphere and his Floor Butterfly Piercing technique, a feat that Karaka couldn't even accomplish. This display both impressed and alarmed Colovan, who recognized Bomb's potential to pose a future threat to Jihad himself. This Bomb, while in revolution form during Season 3, should be at the same level as Karaka, and even a little higher, so he should go on the above Division Commander rank, a rank for people that can best Division Commanders in combat like Karaka, Yuri, and many other people like branch leaders of the families. I would also talk about Bomb after he uses the souls, but he never actually fights anyone in this state, so it's kind of impossible to get a range on his full power. All we can say is that he is stronger than the Bomb that was around the same level as Karaka. After his battle with Colovan, Bomb demonstrated his incredible potential and growing power during the Cat Tower game. He was able to defeat several powerful creatures imprisoned there without sustaining a single scratch, including monsters acknowledged by White to be extremely formidable. White at this point believed the Bomb's strength had grown enough to make him a viable source of power should he absorb his soul. The Vice Squadron Commander McCage admitted to being impressed by Bomb, commenting that Bomb was definitely stronger than a ranker at this point. Bomb later on engaged in combat against Arya, a division commander of the new 4th Army Corps, astonishing her with his power. She expressed disbelief that he was merely a ranker and was forced to take him seriously, despite managing to surprise her and fend her off. After Arya and Bomb realize that they don't really need to fight and make a deal, they both fight off White in a battle very similar to him and Karaka versus Caliban. Bomb during this fight was mostly only able to survive due to Arya's broken watch ability and the fact that White was massively holding back and toying around with him. Later on, after the truth is revealed about Arkraptor and Prince's death to Bomb, he is enraged and has a full desire to avenge their death at White's hands. So after waiting a little bit, Bomb battled the legendary Slayer White with all his might. He was able to catch White by surprise several times and delivered powerful attacks during this battle, prompting White to acknowledge that Bomb was much more of a challenge than he had anticipated. Bomb's attacks even proved difficult for White to resist, ultimately allowing him to gain the upper hand and disarm White's initial sword, using his Shinsu loops in combination with his Shinsu Black Hole Sphere to make an almost infinite Shinsu Black Hole Sphere attack known as the Meteor Shower. White commented that this attack hurt like hell and forced White to reveal a sword that he rarely used in order to defeat Bomb. Even after being temporarily defeated, Bomb tapped deeper into his dangerous potential and power he had accumulated thus far. This is what most fans in the community know as Dark Change Bomb. This transformation resulted in him becoming strong enough to almost entirely dominate White in battle, causing White to become concerned about his power and even acknowledge that Bomb had now surpassed him in strength. Later on during the story, it was stated by Bomb that this power came out not only from him using his souls inside of him to fuel it, but also from his anger and resentment. So he believes that if he had to fight White again, the results would be much different. Still, this is one of, if not the strongest versions of Bomb we have seen in the story so far, and I easily place him beyond Squadron Commander level, as he was just stated to be stronger than White, who was able to fight a full power Caliban, a Squadron Commander. After absorbing the powerful creature known as Leviathan, Bomb's current level of strength, even without using most of his power-ups, is enough to be comparable to his master Hajin Sung, a top 100 ranker. This is due mostly to him using Leviathan's power as an external transformation, instead of converting Leviathan into purely Shinsu like he does later on, since Bomb feared that Leviathan's will is too strong and he could even control him if he gets out of hand. He easily defeats Lopo Biaholan many times, who is an incredible prodigy stated to be unsurpassed among the Lopo Bia family, who he himself stated that he could feel Bomb's talent far exceeded his own, and that Bomb even now continues to keep growing at an alarming rate. Holan would go so far as describing Bomb as a creature from another world. Even Lopo Bia Tromrai, a family leader, acknowledged Bomb's worth, revealing that Bomb's talent had grown well known enough that even the great 10 family heads are intrigued by him, with Tromrai wishing to recruit Bomb into his family and offering him the rank of his successor. With Leviathan's power, Bomb defended himself and his allies from Lopo Bia Persea's reigns while trying to escape from the Lopo Bia family, with Tromrai deeming Bomb as somebody capable of being a threat to himself in the future, who he would have to kill now if he does not join his family. When pitted up against somebody like Lopo Bia Ren, Bomb effortlessly handled him twice, pushing Ren into a corner within a matter of moments in their first encounter and easily defeating the assassin in their second encounter with purely superior combat skills and power, even with Ren's effort to use tricks, going so far as to mock the ranker as saying that he sucks in fighting. He was also the only one capable of defending himself against the Serpent Master during the marriage tournament, protecting the other competitors during their first fight and even gaining the upper hand in their second engage. Bomb was able to defeat Lopo Bia El Baba, the branch head of the Grey Wolf family, effortlessly while holding back as not to kill him due to still acknowledging him as his friend's father. Bomb also, while struggling a little bit with Lopo Bia Wiwi and him getting trapped inside of ice, he was able to break free using his revolution mode, now with Leviathan's power added onto it, and one-shots Wiwi. Even with all of these powers and feats, Bomb notes that he's still not on the level he was when he fought White, and is always shown to be below people like the family heads and somebody like Pobadao Dumas. a warrior who is said to be one of the strongest fighters of the 10 great families. During his latest battle with Dumas, Leviathan finally granted Baum access to his power, and Baum used it in his ability to transform. In this brand new form, Baum manifests two pincers akin to Leviathan's that float on the side of his body, and when needed, he combines the front ends of them to merge and form a long bow. With this bow, he can charge an arrow strongly imbued with Leviathan's power. This attack was powerful enough to even damage Dumas, and later Baum manifests a set of barbed versions of Leviathan's body, then coils them and spins around Baum's forearms for defensive and offensive purposes, which even damage Dumas with their sharpness and rotational powers. As of the making of this video, the battle between Dumas and Baum has not been concluded, but if Baum beats Dumas, then he is on the level of above Squadron Commander tier that he achieved before in his Dark Change form, but if he doesn't win, he may be in Squadron Commander tier. Either way, Baum has made a huge way in such a short amount of time in terms of the tower, and I'm sure that by the end of the story he will be one, if not the strongest characters in all of Tower of God. And yeah, that has been the whole video. Hopefully you guys really like this, and remember, I'm always here to give you guys the truth, and if the truth is not fully explained, I'm always here to give you guys my opinion on the truth. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.